I'm Senator Bob Huff. Thank you for joining me for my capital comment for the week of May 2nd, 2011. Well, committee hearings are in full swing. This is the deadline week where we have to get bills out of committee, or they die, or they become a two-year bill. So we've met long hours in good bills died, bad bills passed. That's usually the way it goes. One of the bad bills that got out, not only passed out of committee but off the floor, was a memorandum of understanding in the form of SB 151 that the governor's contract basically with 6 unions, included the prison guards, which are the largest one. They talked about all the savings. The reality is there's 1 year of savings. It actually costs us money in this fiscal year we're about to finish, saves us a little bit of money next year, and then after that it costs us hundreds of millions of dollars every year after that. Taxpayers' cost will be about $150 million in future years. It allows employees to cash out their personal leave program. You might remember that they originally had some days off. They were furloughed. One of the negotiated things was they get personal leave days. Well, now because the prison guards are getting compensated for that, it opens up the lid for every other union prior that they can come back and get that same privilege. So rather than a cost savings to the state, it just defers it. So when these guys retire, they'll get paid for all these days that they had off that were supposed to be non-paid days. So that's kind of the way things go with memorandums of understanding. One of the bad bills that died this week was mine. It had to do with the state reviewing 28,000 pages of regulations for duplicative, for old, archaic, because we have all these regulations on the books, and yet businesses have to jump through them, even if we don't know what they are. Well, that died in committee. The irony is, today on the floor, we passed a resolution in honor of small business. Well, as one member pointed out, many of them used to be large businesses, but our regulations forced them to be small business. It's ironic that our business climate consistently ranks at the bottom of in the nation. For instance, on a scale of 1 to 50, 50 being worst, we're 44th in business costs according to 2010 Forbes magazine Best States. Business and careers, 48th. Overall best 2010 worst tax system. 49th when it comes to Tax Foundation State Business Tax Index Climate. 51, I guess they're including District of Columbia, overall in 2010, CEO Magazine's best and worst states for business. 48th in terms of being friendly to entrepreneurship. This is consistently, we rank at the bottom, and yet the way we get out of a recession, the way we have stable tax revenues is to create and foster business. They create the jobs that pay the taxes, that pay for the revenues that we need to do things. We're going the opposite direction of the state. We can't help ourselves. This week's massacre of good business bills is evidence of that, but it will continue. It's not going to stop. I want to thank you for joining me. This is State Senator Bob Huff.